So the first commandment in the 10 commandments of running shoes is size matters. Most common mistake people make is they buy their running shoes too short. The way running shoes are designed, flex around the outside dimension of your foot. So if you buy a shoe with your toes right at the end and you don't have any free space in front of those toes, then bad things are going to happen. When you're fitting into a new shoe, you want a finger from the end of your toe to the end of the shoe, that much space in front where your toes can play the piano. If you don't have that wiggle space, every time the shoe flexes around your foot, which it's designed to do when you're running and walking, that toe box is coming back at your toes. So toes are here, that toe box is going to impact your toes. When it impacts your toes, it's either going to catch the toe and wiggle that toenail, so they'll turn blue and then they'll turn black and then they'll fall off, or it's going to come back and your toes are going to clench to dodge the front of the shoe. If you clench your feet, you'll feel your shins firing, shin splints, plantar fasciitis. All kinds of bad things happen when you run and you're clenching 1,000 times each foot, each mile. So size matters. So especially when you come into Bear Creek Running Company, we're going to measure every foot, every chance we get. We want to know the length of your foot. We want to know where your arch ends, and we want to know how wide your foot is. We're also going to measure you seated so that your foot is flat and not weighted. And then we're going to have you stand up and we'll see where that foot winds up at. That tells us how much flexibility is in your arch. A real flexible arch might go from a 10 to a 10.5 or even an 11. That means we need a shoe with a little more support in the arch to counteract what the foot wants to do. If you're a size 7 and you stand up and you become a 6 3/8 or stay at a 7, then that tells us that your arch is really high and rigid. So we don't want to put you in a rigid shoe. We want to put you in something that's going to work with your foot and kind of move and enhance what your arch is supposed to be doing versus just putting a brick under your foot. So that open space is the most important critical feature of any running shoe for any kind of running and walking event that you'll ever want for the rest of your life, especially when you're on vacation. Don't wear tiny shoes. The reason for that space is it's meant to build around, so the heel counter, the arch support, the volume of the shoe, where the laces hit, are all predicated on your toes not being jammed up in the front of the shoe. So keep your feet happy, give them space to breathe, and you'll have many, many happy miles